Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you all doing? All right, so I'm happy to be in your midst once again. And I want to thank the principal for the opportunity to be the guest speaker on this occasion of the International Day of the African Child. One thing I want to let us know is that Africa is the new frontier. Everybody outside of Africa is looking for how they can come to Africa. And many of us in Africa, we are looking for how to get out of Africa. What a paradox. What a paradox. And I'm asking the question, what is the world seeing in Africa that we Africans are not seeing? And I think when we are able to answer this question, we'll be able to proceed with our discussion today, which is titled Education as a Tool for Remolding Misguided Dreams. Now, I want to bring to your attention that it is only Africa right now in the whole world that has the highest population of youth. Other parts of the world, the old population is more than the youth. But in Africa, we have the reverse as the situation, whereby we are having like 70% in states like Lagos, almost 80% of the population are youth. And the youth are the working population. The youth are the legs and the hands of every idea. The youth are the people that drive culture. The youth are the powerhouse of any economy. And that is why there is a lot of immigration programs out there. And their major target is the young Africans, because these are the ones that have the energy to work to support the old population. So if there was a time to be an African child, it's a time such as this. A time where there is a need in the world, and Africa has the answer because they have a young, vibrant, and intelligent, youthful population, which you are part of. So there's never been such a time to be an African youth than such a time as this. And the internet has given the African child the opportunity to be able to learn the things that were not available for him before. I work in the technology space, and as I speak to you, the technology sector in Nigeria alone has brought into this country over $3 billion worth of investment. And all these things are being powered by young Africans like yourself. I thought you would put your hands together. So what I'm trying to tell you today is that there is hope. Tell your neighbor, say there is hope. There is hope for the African child. There is hope for you within Nigeria, and there is hope for you outside Nigeria. If you get the right education, there is hope for you. One of the cornerstones of education is reflection. And this quote goes, it says, everyone is born a genius, but the process of life degeniuses them. All of you here, you are all geniuses. But sometimes it appears as if you don't know anything. Sometimes it appears as if you are stupid. Sometimes it appears as if you are olodo. You are a genius. Say, I am a genius. All you need to do is to discover yourself. And that is what I want to harp on today. The education that helps people to discover themselves. If you ask a fish, how many of you know fish? If you ask a fish to climb a tree, the fish will look stupid. Abi? Because the fish is not designed to be climbing tree. What is the fish designed to be doing? When you put this fish inside water, what does it become? The fish that could not climb tree. When you put it in water, it becomes a genius swimmer. And that is the story of many African children. The environment for their geniuses to be seen has not been provided for them. The platforms for their geniuses to be discovered has not been provided for them. The difference between you and your counterparts out there is platform, is opportunities for them to be for you to be able to express yourself beyond the four walls of the classroom. Sorry, our educational system right now is very biased. It is too biased towards the classroom. But what you need to succeed in life, 75% of what you need to succeed in life cannot be found in the classroom. It cannot be found in formal education like this. And that is the message I bring to us African children. And this education, you may not be able to get it in the four walls of the classroom, but ultimately your education is your responsibility. And I want to make a bold statement here that your total education cannot happen without your parents. Your parents are your greatest teachers. I know our teachers are doing their best, but your parents are your greatest teachers, because it is your parents that nurture your dreams. Education as a tool for remolding misguided dreams. How many of you come to school and go and tell your teacher your dreams? You don't tell your teacher your dreams. When you have a dream, the first person you will likely share that dream with is your parent. So when we are talking about this subject, about this topic, it's very important that the African parents wake up, because they have the greatest role to play in the total education of our children. What our children need now is total education. It is not just formal education. It is not just about building their intellectual quotient, which is what you get in school. The best you get in school is to build your intellectual quotient. But that is not enough. We need to develop their emotional intelligence. We need to develop their physical intelligence. We need to develop their financial intelligence. When we put all this together through financial education and other forms of education that emphasize on life skills like self-awareness, life skills like interpersonal relation, life skills like thinking skills. When we put all this together, the African child becomes a huge potential that is going to light up the world. I thought you put your hands together. Because we have the numbers, we have the energy, we have the resilience as Africans. Because we've been able to go through very difficult situations, we have what it takes to rule the world in the years to come. Before I proceed, I want to ask a question. Can 3 students come and tell me here what they want to be when they grow up? Three students, please. Yes. Come, let me share the mic with you. 3 of you come here. Please, let's put hands together for them as they come. And I must tell you an observation I've been having. Please come. I've been going around schools. A very sad observation. Every time that we need people to step out, it's usually the girls that come out. And I want to challenge the boys in this school. You cannot continue. You cannot continue to take the back seat in life and allow the girls to continue to step out. And it is becoming a trend, a very dangerous trend. It is ladies, it is the girls that step out. I hear the boys are rapping. You are rapping, Abi. May you not rap and be behind. So, please tell us what you want to be, ma. Thank you. She wants to be a chartered accountant. Can we put our hands together for her? Go sit down. Yes.
I want to be a Navy nurse.
She wants to be a naval nurse. Thank you. Very, very, very succinct. Thank you. Yes.
I want to be an hematologist.
She wants to be a hematologist. Let's put our hands together for them. I had to pause to ask this question because this is a question that has been asked before, and I want to give you the answer from somebody who is one of the most renowned musicians in the world. How many of us have heard of John Lennon? You may not have heard of him, but the older people will know him. This question, we are going to ask, I will ask this question again, and I want us to think after listening to what John Lennon said. He said, when I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key of life. Tell your neighbor, say happiness is the key of life. He said, when I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. You want to hear his answer, Abi? You want to hear his answer? He says, I wrote down that I wanted to be happy. Hello? I wrote down that I wanted to. How many of us want to be happy here? Okay. Now, see what happened afterwards. The story has not ended. He says, so when I submitted my answer, the teachers told me I did not understand the assignment. And I told them they did not understand life. And that is where I'm going to land today. The essence of life is happiness. So when I was asking you what you want to be when you grow up. Now, if being a chartered accountant will make you happy, then we can be happy for you. But if you just want to be a chartered accountant because they said that is what is reigning, that is how people are making money, you will make all the money, you will not be happy, and you will commit suicide. There are a lot of chartered accountants, a lot of multimillionaires that have committed suicide. So, whenever they ask you that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? The way to answer it, which will help you to identify your dream, because we must be talking about our dreams here. Life is about dreams. It's not about what you read. I was asking some young people, I was playing games with them, and I was asking them, what is your dream? He said, I want to be a doctor. I said, no, that is not a dream. I asked another person, what is your dream? He said, I want to be a lawyer. I said, that is not a dream. And I asked another person, he says, I want to help people who are in pain to stop feeling pain. I want to solve that problem for people. I don't like people around me having headache, having waist pain. I want to do something about that pain. That is a dream. That is bigger than saying I want to be a doctor. And if being a doctor will help you to achieve that dream, then be a doctor. But the first thing you want to do is to do what makes you happy. I was asking my daughter in the car today. She's having a medical practice. I said, does this thing make you happy? She said, yes. Daddy, it makes me happy anytime somebody is in pain. And I can relieve them of their pain. I can relieve them of their discomfort. So I want to throw to you, young children, ask yourself, what makes me happy? Does going to this basketball Bouncing the ball on the ground, throwing it into the dunk, make you happy. If that makes you happy, then you need to consider that as something you want to give your time to. How many of you have heard of Akim Olajuwon? His nickname is the Dream. The nickname of Akim Olajuwon is the Dream. It was a dream he had. He grew up in rural Lagos and went to become an NBA star in the United States of America. Why? He had a dream. What caused that dream? That dream was connected to what makes him happy. Ask yourself, what makes you happy? What makes me happy? Somebody's happiness may be dancing. Then you need to think about it and give attention to it. Now, I'm not saying you will go home tomorrow and say, you see, mommy, when I come to this Ijesha Tedo Grammar School, I'm not happy. But when I'm dancing at home, I'm happy. So that is my dream. That's not where I'm going. What I'm just telling you is this. Because I will tell you why you are in Ijesha Tedo Grammar School. Even though dancing makes you happy. Ijesha Tedo Grammar School will help to build character in you. It will help to build discipline in you. In Ijesha Tedo Grammar School, you will be taught how to learn. Learning is a skill. If you know how to learn mathematics, you know how to learn English, you will know how to learn any other thing. Because even though you're dancing, you are dancing. If you want to dance at the global stage, you will need to read books about dancing. You will need to write projects about dancing. If you go to Muzon Center Music School and you want to be a dancer, you will still read books. So that is what you are learning. What you are learning here is not disconnected from your dream. It will only enhance your dream. So you don't have to say, no, I'm no longer going to school. Go to school. It will enhance your dream. It will make you to be a world-class dancer and not a girl that will just be dancing in nightclub and they'll be giving you 20,000 naira. When you can dance on the global stage as a professional dancer and be earning $100,000. But you see, before you can get there, you must have worked on yourself. You must have packaged yourself. And that packaging cannot happen without you coming to the formal school. You also get to meet your friends, network, the network around you. My closest friends are still my friends from secondary school. I went to London earlier this year. It was my friends from secondary school that hosted me. They invited me over for dinner. And till date, after 29 years, we were playing like boys and playing like girls that we were. So, one of the key things that you are getting from coming to school here is friendships. The friends that you have now. Many of them will be your friends for life. So I'm just trying to show you the importance of what this formal education is to you. So you are learning and you are networking. And I will always tell you, your network is more than your net worth. The people you know will deliver you even when you have millions in your account. It is the people you know that will deliver you. So when you come to a school like this, you get to meet people, you get to know people, your network increases. One of the things that formal education has done for me, I went to Air Force Primary School in Ikeja. From there I went to Federal Government College Ugwolawo. From there I went to Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. From there I went to University of Lagos. From there I went to Harvard Business School. In all these schools I went, I built networks. And those networks work for me till date. So do not discountenance formal education. However, you must have a dream. You must have a dream. You must know what makes you happy. And you now have to use your formal education. Use your formal education to package that thing that makes you happy into an enterprise. There are people making money from dancing. There is nothing on earth that people are not making money from. There are people making money from playing basketball, from playing football, from producing music. So, but you must package yourself. Go and look for all the musicians. All the musicians you are talking about. The people that are their managers are educated people. Education is not a minus. Tell your neighbor that education is not a minus. Formal education is not a minus. Formal education is not a scam. Formal education is a solid foundation. And you all need that solid foundation. You all need that solid foundation. You see this house. There's first floor, there's second floor, there's third floor. Formal education, it may not look as if it's doing anything. But when you have it, you are solid. When they were building this house, if you came here when they laid the foundation, when you look at the foundation, you will say, is this a house? Does it look like a house? It looks like a scam. But guess what? That thing that looks like a scam, that thing that does not look like a house, is the solid foundation that is going to carry this mighty edifice. First story, second story, third story. So education is very important. I am somebody that discovered what makes me happy. What makes me happy is coming to meet children like you, is standing in front of people and inspiring them to be their best. That is what makes me happy. And when I discovered that, it did not stop me. It did not stop me from going to school. I have my bachelor's degree in geology. I have my master's degree in applied geophysics. And I have an executive degree in business from Harvard Business School. I discovered what made me happy. But I ensured that a solid foundation of formal education was there. It was only going to add to whatever it is I had. It was going to help me package what makes me happy. I don't know how many of you know Navigating with Noel. But when you go online and you search Navigating with Noel, you will know that the founder of Navigating with Noel is an educated man. Because you will see branding. You will see style. You will see zest. Now, if I did not have that formal education, I will do the same thing. But I will not be as effective as I am. So please, don't let anybody tell you that formal education is a scam. It is an addition. It's a solid foundation to every other thing you need. Yes, there are other kinds of education, which I am vast in. There's financial education. Why many people are poor is because they lack financial education. It has nothing to do with because you went to school. Your going to school does not teach you about money. How many times have you come to class and your teacher taught you about money? And if I'm to ask you now, why are you in school? Why are you in school? I don't want to waste time, but I will tell you the major thinking. I'm in school so that I can get a good job, so that what? So that I can make enough money. So somebody is asking, okay, if this is why I'm in school, why don't I just go out there and learn how to make money? Why do I have to come here? Why are you wasting my time teaching me physics, biology, chemistry, mathematics? Why? Let me just go out there and learn how to make money. Well, unfortunately, the formal education curriculum does not have it. But organization like my organization, Navigating with Noel, that's why I founded it. Because I saw the gap in formal education. And I saw an opportunity to teach financial education, to teach life skills, that teaches people about self-awareness, that teaches people about interpersonal skills, that teaches people about thinking, how to think. There is a way to think. There is a process to think. And when you see something that thought has been put into, you will know it. When you come into my organization, you will know that thought has been put into it. There is a skill set. You will be taught how to set goals and accomplish them. At the beginning of every year, you set a goal. January, this is what I want to achieve. February, this is what I want to achieve. March, this is what I want to achieve. You'll be taught how to allocate your time. You'll be taught how to allocate resources. These are just the things that are missing in formal education, but it does not mean formal education is a scam. You can always get the compliments of formal education on your own. I say you can get the complement of formal education on your own. And that's what they call personal development. The real education is you that will give yourself. All our teachers are trying to do is to show us the value, the importance, the beauty of education. They are only advertising education so that you on your own, you will educate yourself. The greatest things I learned, the best things I learned, the things that are keeping me going till today were things I learned on my own. In all the schools, I still went to all the schools. But the things that have stayed with me, that I have mastered, are the things I learned. The word education is from a Greek word called eduko. Eduko means to educe. It means to call out from within. So, the real education that you need is inside you. You will have to discover it. Discover that thing that makes you happy and go and get education around it. And by the time you discover that thing that makes you happy, that is where your genius is. Hello. That's why I said you are a genius. If you have not discovered your genius, you have not been educated. What did I say? If you like have PhD, if you have not discovered that thing that you can be the best at, that thing that there is nobody that can compete with you in the world at, you are not yet educated. Because education, you are partially educated. You will be a disabled, educated person. Look at someone like Messi. That's someone that has discovered himself. I call him an educated man because he has discovered what makes him happy. And he has discovered what he can be the best at. And the question I throw to you young people, have you discovered what you will be the best at? That work, nobody will do it for you. You will have to do it for yourself. However, there will be people, mentors, that can guide you on that journey. So I once again want to celebrate this wonderful day of the African child with you. And I hope that this word that I've spoken to you is going to inspire you to be your best. How will you be your best? Know what makes you happy. Once you know what makes you happy, go and get education that will help you to transform that thing into an enterprise. An enterprise is something that creates value. An enterprise is a solution to people's problem. That thing that makes you happy, how can you use it to solve people's problem? Somebody could just say, okay, I discovered that people in Lagos, they are stressed. They don't laugh. Laughter is a medicine. Then they will say laughter is medicine. And the person says, okay, I know how to make people laugh. I know how to make people laugh. So I can solve the problem of people not laughing in Lagos. I can solve that problem. And the person decides to rent a hall with 1,000 naira. Are you hearing me? Listen to my analogy. 1,000 naira, he rents a hall. And he says, okay, if you want to laugh in Lagos, come to this hall. And he designs 5 tables. Oh, let's say he designs 10 tables. And each table is 200 naira. So what is the amount of having 10 tables in that hall? That is 2,000 naira. So, what are we talking about? This man has used what makes him happy to make other people happy. And then he's also making money from it. Because if you take away 2,000 naira, 1,000 naira, which he used to rent the hall, from 2,000 naira, he has made a profit of what? Education will help you to be able to do that. To be able to think strategically. That is what this education will help you to do. Now, if you don't get this education, you have to pay somebody to do this thinking for you. So that your profit that is supposed to be 1,000, you will use 700 to pay all the people that will do all this thinking and mathematics for you. You can join my community, Navigating with Noel. That's why we exist. God bless you.
So you're going to tell us your name and one major thing you have learned today in today's program from what the speaker just told us about.
My name is Ridwan, and what I learned from the pastor is that the essence of life is happiness.
My name is Adil Tikendi, and what I learned from Pastor said that we are a genius when we do what makes us happy, when we know and get more education on what makes us happy.
Why are you here?
My name is Igwenyere Pivo, and what I learned here today is that education is a solid foundation. It's not a minus. and we should always do what makes us happy.
My name is Adegbasa Adebisi. What I learned from Pastor Noel today is that we are not just going to school just to choose our career or to work to be what we want to become in future. That we go to school to discover ourselves, what we are good in it.
Today was that your network is not your net worth, and your parent is your first teacher in life.
That's amazing.